Howdy, folks. I'm Carlin Freiberger. I am your leadership specialist for the San Antonio Independent School District Gifted and Talented Department. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about decision making, and I want to share the one tool that I find is the most helpful for me. Hopefully, it's something that you can use as well. It's called the decision matrix. So, making decisions can actually be really difficult and overwhelming, especially if they're like life-changing decisions, like moving to a different state or buying a car or which college to go to. So I'm going to show you what this matrix is, and then I'm going to show you an example of a matrix that I made up. So here's what you do. You have your problem statement and you fill it in here and you write in whatever your problem is. I'm not sure which college I want to go to, or I'm not sure whether I should move, which state I should move to, or which job offer I should take. So you write your problem statement and then you write your options, and you can have as many columns here as you want. So option 1 might be move to California. Option 2 might be move to Minnesota. Option 3 might be move to Colorado. Okay. And then you want to list in the rows your criteria. So, what perspectives do you want to look at it? Do you want to look at cost? Do you want to look at time? Do you want to look at resource availability? For moving, do you want to look at cost of moving? Do you want to look at how far away you'd be from your family? Do you want to look at availability of housing? Do you want to look at the job opportunity that's there? You list all of the criterion or criteria in each of these spaces. So criterion 1 might be time, criterion 2 might be something else, and you list them there. At this point, you have to decide whether any of that criteria is more important than other pieces of the criteria. So maybe the distance from your family weighs more than the cost of moving. So you can put a weight to it. You can put a multiplier on it. Like any score you put in that box for that criterion might be multiplied by 2 or 3 or 5 if you want to make it weighted even more. So you fill this out and you put the weights in here, and then you score each option. So moving to California, the distance from my family would be really far away because I live in Texas. So, you'd score these. And the scores that you want to use: 4 excellent, 3 good, 2 average, 1 below average, and 0 is poor. So if it's a really good option, you want to put like a 3 or a 4. If it's a horrible option in that criterion, then you want to put a 0 or 1 or 2. Whatever you think is appropriate, it's how you feel about it. Okay, and then after you're done with that, you multiply by whatever multipliers you have in the row. So if criterion 1 had a multiplier of 2, I take all the scores that I put in these and I multiply by 2. At the bottom, then I total the scores for all of my rows and put the total down here. So each of the 3 options would have a total score at the bottom. And then you want to look at rank. So the highest score would get rank of 1. The lowest score would, in this case, get a rank of 3. So you want to rank them. So here's the silly example I came up with. I said, what should I have for breakfast? And I have 3 options. Option 1, egg sandwich. Option 2, Lucky Charms. And I put milk on it, by the way. Option 3, make French toast. So availability of resources. This was important to me because I did not want to run out to the store and I wanted to make it really easy for myself. So I weighted this too. And then I had time for preparation. I had taste, which is important to me. I had time for cleanup, and I had health factors. Okay. So I filled these in. Egg sandwich, I scored a 4 because I have the resources. Lucky Charms, 4. French toast, 3. Time for prep. Egg sandwich is going to take longer than the Lucky Charms, but it's not going to take as long as French toast. So that's how I figured out these scores. And I went down through and I filled all these out. And then I had multipliers. I had these weights. So for availability of resources, every single score in this row was multiplied by 2. So I totaled that up. And then I did the same for taste, multiplied by 2. And then I came down and I scored each one of these. And then I ranked them. The highest score ended up being my egg sandwich. Guess what I had for breakfast? An egg sandwich. There you have it. That is how you use a decision matrix, and it should help you clarify things and make things a little bit easier to make a decision that is based on criteria.